Hey everybody, welcome back to the Junkyard Dog Report. Rough game yesterday, definitely a tough ending to kind of swallow last night, but it is what it is, and I guess we just got to accept it and move on because we got the Blazers on Thursday. Some good news before I get into any of the, the fun stuff that happened in this game. Ricky Rubio is targeting a return tomorrow against the Blazers, so hopefully Spanish Jesus plays and gives us all he's got. But let's just get into some of the not so good plays for us in this game. I'm going to throw that up now so I don't forget. And I just want to point out, this is not from Bally Sports Ohio, these highlights. This is from AT&T Sportsnet. I don't know if they call it AT&T Sportsnet Utah or Salt Lake City or anything like that, but that's where the highlights are from. Also the NBA, obviously. So let's just get into it. Here we got Mike Conley working against Donovan Mitchell. He gets him up in the air, gets him moving, switches to his left hand and puts it up and in. Here we got, who's that with the ball? Is that Mike Conley again? Off to Jordan Clarkson, who Isaac Okoro him and Jared Allen got sick yesterday. They both had a stomach bug, something they ate. Here's Lowry marking off a rebound, but he shouldn't be sagging off Jordan Clarkson at all. Working against the sick Jared Allen, and then Evan Mobley tries to come help, but Lowry got him, and he got him good. Split both of them, put it up and in. And here we got Nickeil Alexander-Walker off to, it's lagging too much for me to tell who that was, but for a wide open three, and he hit it. Here's a miss by Darius Garland that Jetty Osman swats. It's rebounded by our draft pick, Ochai Agbaji, who throws it up to Rudy Gay, who throws it down. Here we got Nickeil Alexander-Walker spinning against Evan Mobley and putting it up and in. And Ev is complaining about an elbow there, but it doesn't matter, elbow or not. You got to get up for that. Here's Walker Kessler hitting a nice mid-range shot with the shot clock winding down. And off an inbounds play, you got to be up in everyone's grill when the clock is that low to make sure they can't get anything off. Here's Jordan Clarkson working against Howell, finds Lowry Markkanen cutting into the paint against LeVert. He gets up, throws up the lob, and he throws it down. That's Kelly Olynyk, the dirty guy who pulled Kevin Love's shoulder out and wasn't playing last night. Here's a pass to Jordan Clarkson, who rises up over Donovan Mitchell and puts in the three. And he was really hot in this game, specifically in the fourth quarter. I don't know what just happened there. There was a lot of lag. But Evan Mobley just put his hands up, and Lowry Markkanen looked like he put it in. So that's what I'm going to assume happened there. Here's Jordan Clarkson working off a Lowry Markkanen screen, steps back against LeVert and hits a three. Here we got Jordan Clarkson again using a Walker Kessler screen. He hits another three again, and like I said, second half of this game, this man was scorching. And I think one of those plays that happened earlier, this is Walker Kessler finishing a dunk. One of those plays earlier, I might have missed it already. Jordan Clarkson rises up for a normal three from the top of the key, and you could see here's Nickeil Alexander getting past Donovan Mitchell straight to the rim for an easy bucket. You could see his landing spot is not nearly what I think this is the play, actually, nope, never mind. He's cutting the rim here, finds Lowry Markkanen in the corner, and he hits a three. But I know I have it in these highlights, a normal three from Jordan Clarkson. This is probably it. Off the screen from Lowry Markkanen. Nope. I keep looking for it, but it's just Jordan Clarkson doing something else. He puts in a floater right there. But his landing area, like that was not normal at all. And here's Ochai Agbaji putting in a nice layup. Kevin Love tries to draw a charge, but he's way too late on that one. And here we got Malik Beasley off to Ochai Agbaji. He's going to miss this, but Lamar Stevens is going to fumble the rebound, and Jared Vanderbilt's going to put it in. And this next play isn't a play where Lowry Markkanen is going to finish this, but Evan Mobley fumbled the rebound again, which is frustrating to see. Like, we got to not only close out defensive possessions, but we can't. Oh, here's the three. Look at where he raises and where he falls. Not 3 to 4 feet inside the three-point line, but basically up and down. In the play against LeVert, here is the shot on LeVert from the elbow that Jordan Clarkson hits. Is like the way he lands is way different than that. And it's in here. It's cut off a little bit because I guess they didn't want to show how BS that foul call was. But, here it is. Do you see how much he kicks his legs out there where he's landing compared to that one I just showed you? And here, this one is just absolutely ridiculous. Like the first one, I can kind of live with because it is what it is. But this one, like he literally backs in LeVert, throws his head into him, and like that just bothered me a lot. And after that, we went for a three, which I didn't understand. Darius Garland missed. I believe it was DG. Here's, Clarkson with a nice mid-range floater. But, I think we should have went for a two there so we could have, tied it up. If we went for a 2 there, tied it up, Clarkson hits a 2, we put in another 2, it's a tie game, rather than us going for a desperation 3 in that situation. I think both fouls had a hint of BS to them, especially when you consider that the Jazz shot 17 free throws in the fourth quarter and we shot 2. It's definitely something that, you can't miss with the eye test. But at the same time, we let the Jazz go on a lot of runs, right? We had a little 10-0 run of our own in the first quarter, but the Jazz finished the first quarter on an 18-4 run. I'll get into good plays after I go into the scoring because I already started this. The Jazz won the first quarter 31-24. The second quarter, because as you know, it was tied at halftime, flipped. We won the second quarter 31-24. And in the third, it was different. They started with a run and we finished with a run. They started with a 23-10 run to start the quarter. We finished with a 19-10 run to end the quarter. And as you can tell, we lost this quarter by 4 points. We lost the quarter 33-29. And for the fourth quarter, I don't have it. How do I not have this? Is when we lose in a tough way, it's hard for me to go back and write statistics in. So I don't have the scoring for the fourth right now. I'm going to go get it for you real quick. But the Jazz finished this game on a 22-10 run. And as much as we may want to blame the free throws, which rightfully so, they were very suspect, to say the least, we let them go on a 22-10 run. They won the fourth 30-28. So we were up. So they had 30. We were up about. I'm sorry, I'm dumb. So we were up 18-8 at the start of the fourth. We went on an 18-8 run to start the fourth right there. And we fumbled it away. So did the refs screw up? Yes. Is it 110% their fault we lost this game? No. I'm not a person who likes to blame the refs for losses. And I will blame them for making bad calls because it's their job to make the right calls. But in this situation, we definitely let this game slip away more than the refs took it from us. And I won't say the refs didn't take it from us because that would be going too far out of bounds too, because those two calls were very crucial. But let's just get into some good plays, cheer ourselves up a little bit maybe. And here we go. Here we got Evan Mobley off to Jared Allen before he had to exit the game because of his stomach bug. Here's Donovan Mitchell hitting a 3, and he was absolutely on fire to start this game. I'm pretty sure the next highlight, if it stops lagging, is going to be Donovan Mitchell hitting a 3 as well. And I was playing these earlier, and they were working fine. I guess just because I'm recording now, it's being all buggy. But here's Evan Mobley working against a double team. He's going to find Okoro for a nice dunk underneath, which, our big men are great passers. I've said it multiple times. They need to touch the ball more offensively. And, it's unfortunate that sometimes we just forget to use them as part of our offense because of how huge and how much they can impact the game. And here we got Donovan Mitchell taking it up court with a little bit of lag. He steps into a 3 over Malik Beasley and knocks it down. And like I said, Donovan Mitchell was absolutely on fire to start this game. He had 25 points in the first half. I believe maybe 17 in the first quarter. And that's Donovan Mitchell off to Evan Mobley for a nice dunk. Here's Donovan Mitchell working on a Jared Allen screen, and he hits the 3 over lag. Here's Darius Garland finding Evan Mobley for an easy finish. And, I don't even know who's supposed to be on him there because they weren't even in the area. Here's Donovan Mitchell working as Ochai Agbaji. Steps back, hits the 3. Here is Donovan Mitchell working on, pass to Lamar Stevens and hits the 3. This is lagging really bad for me. I don't know how this is going to look for you guys. Here's Donovan Mitchell working against Lauri Markkanen, just going right to the rim and putting it in. And here we go. The second half highlights. Here we go. Darius Garland. Oh, this is working a lot better in the first half. Darius Garland working against Mike Conley, switched on to Malik Beasley, and then Walker Kessler, who drops back out of fear of Evan Mobley getting an easy dunk. Darius Garland settles for the mid-range and puts it in. Here's Donovan Mitchell hitting his patented spin jumper, which he uses a lot. Here we go. We got Darius Garland working against Mike Conley and some lag. He gets a screen from Evan Mobley, finds Evan Mobley for a nice alley-oop when Walker Kessler steps up. Excuse me. Here we got Donovan Mitchell off to Raul Neto, and these were like our first points in a while at this point in the third. We went on a nice rally here to make it a 4-point game before the third ended, and you're going to see that here. Here's Kevin Love working against Jared Vanderbilt, fakes him into thinking he's going all the way to the rim, but he just steps back and hits that shot from the elbow. Here's Kevin Love setting a nice screen for Darius Garland. Darius Garland working against Jared Vanderbilt, and he's going to put it up and in. And, I mean, surprising to see anyone hit a three that not named Donovan Mitchell in this game. And I'll go into those statistics later. It's crazy because right there you just saw 2 of the 3 threes that were hit that were not Donovan Mitchell's. There were only 3 3-point, and the third one was Lamar Stevens, which you also saw earlier, and that's Lamar Stevens putting in a nice basket on an assist from Darius Garland. Here's a nice hustle play. Ball's on the ground. Got to get to it first. Here's LeVert. He gets to it, goes right to the rim, and puts it in with all that extra pressure on him. And look at him looking at that hand. He's like, yeah, this is the hand that put that in. And looking at that bench, right here's Lamar Stevens grabbing a rebound off to Donovan Mitchell, who's going to pass it up to Evan Mobley, who's going to throw it down. Looking at that bench shot right there, like Mamadi Diakite once, or even Robin Lopez. Once Jared Allen got out, here's Donovan Mitchell off a rebound, pushing the ball up the court and just finishing. Why weren't either of them inserted? I just don't understand. Kevin Love is not going to get it done in the paint. Defensively, is Donovan Mitchell raising up for a three, and we went on a nice run in this fourth quarter. Like I said, we were on an 18-8 run before they went on their 20-10 run. And here's Donovan Mitchell putting in a three and almost kind of waving goodbye to the Jazz, which was probably a bad idea considering the way this game turned out. He's Darius Garland working into the paint, circling all the way around and putting it up from the block. A nice little mid-range. Here's Donovan Mitchell working into the paint, gets Walker Kessler to bite on a pump fake and putting it up and in. And here's Donovan Mitchell ripping away from Jordan Clarkson, who was absolutely nuclear at that point in the game, and stealing it for a dunk. And here's some extra pity points. Donovan Mitchell's going to get, Larry Markin's going to fumble that rebound. Donovan Mitchell's going to get it and put it in for a three. And just like that, this game is over. So, overall, it wasn't a terrible game. We should have won for sure. We definitely let one slip away. It definitely sucks that we played the Jazz twice this season and we didn't get to play against Colin Sexton once. I hope he gets healthy soon. Sexland forever, I appreciate everything Colin Sexton did for us as a Cavalier. He went balls to the wall for us every night. I don't have any quotes for you today because I spent a good amount of my day on the phone with customer service, and they were being a real pain in the neck, as many of you probably who have experience with that know. So I don't have quotes for you guys today, but I can paraphrase a little bit for you. JB said basically along the lines on those 2 calls of what I said, like he could live with the first one, but the second one just makes no sense to him. And I 110% agree. Like, the first one is one thing. Like, Jordan Clarkson is extending his leg out for his landing like a foot to 2 feet farther than he normally would, which is hard to catch, with just being a ref, trying to watch everyone on the court, trying to catch just that 1 to 2 feet further of a landing that he had. Like, LeVert was 3 to 4 feet inside the 3-point line, but Jordan Clarkson usually lands 1 to 2 feet inside the 3-point line when he shoots from there. So that's definitely something I and JB could live with. But the second one it made no sense. And you even saw it from JB during the game. If you saw his reaction, like when he was challenging it, he was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like he had this look on his face like this, and he did it with so much energy and emotion. Like he probably feels the same way about it as we did. Donovan Mitchell, he loved the tribute. The vibes were great. Everyone was showing him love before the game. Donovan Mitchell is a great guy. He went around saying hi to all his normal people in the arena, even a fan who stayed back after the game who used to meet up with Don. He used to stay after games late to see Don. When he used to play in Utah all the time, Don met up with him too. So, all good stuff. Funny thing from Donovan Mitchell's post-game presser, it's not really related to the Cavs, but Walker Kessler was calling out his defensive coverages like 99.9% of the night. The one time like he didn't was one of those rush threes at the end of the game that Donovan Mitchell missed. But Donovan Mitchell was saying basically like Walker Kessler would say like, "Oh, drop, like I'm in drop coverage," which like if you're a guard, right, and you get past your man and the center is in drop coverage, you're just putting in an easy mid-range or easy floater before you can step up and do anything. So Don was just talking to him after the game, telling him like, yeah, don't do that. Don't shout out what defensive coverage you're in, my man. And I mean, Walker Kessler is looking like a good player right now. But let's get into some statistics in this game since I have no quotes. So the big four, which I'm going to keep calling it the big four because even though Jared Allen only played 6 minutes and 45 seconds, he played. So, and he does have one statistic here. He had 1 assist in this game. I'll, spoil it for you. And I hope Jarrett and Isaac Okoro can get over whatever stomach bug they picked up as soon as possible because it was a rough night for them. Okoro tried to, battle through. Jared Allen just couldn't make it out of the first quarter without, stopping. And I can't blame him. I don't know how he feels. He didn't look like himself. He looked very lethargic. So let's just get into these statistics. The big four had 79 points. The rest had 35. So for the big four, 46 were from Donovan Mitchell, 21 from Darius Garland, 12 from Evan Mobley, and of course 0 for Jared Allen. He didn't play long enough to score or get involved. Offensively, for the rest had 35, and 29 out of those 35 points came from 12 from LeVert, 11 from Lamar Stevens, and 6 from Kevin Love. Moving on to the rebounds, the big four had 17, 7 from Evan Mobley, 5 from Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell apiece, and nothing from Jared Allen. For the rest, it was 20 rebounds, 9 from Kevin Love, 5 for Karis LeVert, 3 for Lamar Stevens, 2 for Isaac Okoro, and 1 for Raul Neto. For the assists, the big four had 14 assists, and the rest had 4. So Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell had 6 assists apiece for 12, and Jared Allen and Evan Mobley each had 1 assist apiece for the other 2. And then for the rest, for the 4 assists, Karis LeVert had 2 of those assists, and Kevin Love and Cedi Osman both had 1. And when you look at this, it just shows you how much we do need Ricky Rubio back. Like, Raul Neto, he does the best he can as a floor general, but he's not quite on Ricky Rubio's level. And, not a lot of guys are. He's a great floor general in terms of that, and he will get that rest number up above 4 in every game he plays. I'd put money on that number 4 is never a thing when Ricky Rubio is playing. So 18 assists, we always want to keep it above 20, of course. 25 plus is, that's what I say. We need to be unbeatable as long as we're playing good defense. For steals, the big four had 4, the rest had 3. So Donovan Mitchell had 3, Evan Mobley had 1, and Lamar Stevens also had 3 for the rest, which is pretty cool. For blocks, I always say I want at least 4. Jared Allen didn't play, but we still got the 4 for the big four. Evan Mobley had 4 blocks in this game. He did the best he could. He exerted a lot of his energy defensively. He wasn't able to be as involved offensively as we would have liked because he had to focus more defensively. I mean, he had to carry that side of the ball, especially with Jared Allen out. And, JB could have made things easier on him, in my opinion at least, by inserting a Mamadi Diakite or a Robin Lopez every once in a while, even with Evan in, just to take a little bit of pressure off of him. Like, don't leave him on an island as the only 7-footer on our team on the floor with Kevin Love, who, no offense to Kevin Love, his best ability in the paint as a paint defender is just to draw charges. Other than that, he'll get a block every once in a while, but he's not the best paint defender. I don't want to call him useless, but he's basically useless other than drawing charges in the paint, as much as I hate to say it. For the rest, for blocks, we had 3, 2 from Lamar Stevens and 1 from Karis LeVert. And you got to give Lamar Stevens credit. I mean, he stepped up big time, especially considering Okoro with his sickness that him and Jared Allen picked up. I don't know if they were rooming together. They both ordered like some room service or something, and they both got spiked by some hater in Utah, or like maybe they just ordered from the same place and got food poisoning. I don't know. But shout out to Lamar Stevens for stepping up big time in this game. He had 11 points, 3 rebounds, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. That's pretty big time. And for turnovers, we only had 5. 4 from the big four, 1 from the rest. The 4 from the big four were all from Darius Garland. The 1 from the rest was Jetty Osman, who definitely had a rough night. I mean, when he was playing, he wasn't playing very well. And, I mean, it shows in the stats, right? I told you guys we only hit 3 3-pointers other than Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell was 7 for 18 from 3. I'll get into what the rest was later. 3 for 19. I'll spill the beans on that now. And the only 3 guys that hit 3-pointers, as you saw them all in the highlights: Lamar Stevens, Darius Garland, and Karis LeVert. And so, I mean, our 3-pointer was not there for us tonight. But let's get into some plus minus before we get more into that sort of stuff. Darius Garland led the way in plus minus. He was plus 5 in 38 minutes and 23 seconds. Kevin Love and Jarrett Allen coming up behind him were plus 4 in 18 minutes and 21 seconds for Love and 6 minutes and 45 seconds, like I told you already, for Jarrett Allen. And I feel like that just shows Jarrett Allen's impact. I mean, like, for him to be plus 4, not score a point, not grab a rebound, not get a steal, not get a block, get 1 assist, and still be plus 4 in that amount of time, his presence on the floor was severely missed last night after he left. And behind them is the former co-Junkyard Dogs in the game before this. Howell Neto and Lamar Stevens were plus 2 and plus 1. Plus 2 for Howell in 12 minutes and 32 seconds, and plus 1 for Lamar in 24 minutes and 56 seconds, who stepped up in the absence of, well, not the absence of Isaac Okoro, because he did gut it out, but we could only get so much out of him. You know, it was a tough night for him as well. And here we get into the statistics of the field goal percentage and whatnot. 46.7% from the field we shot. You know, I always say you want to keep that above 50. We're 42 from 90 from the floor. We were 27% from 3, 10 for 37. And as I told you guys, Donovan Mitchell was 7 for 18 from 3. He shot 38.9% from 3, which is great. Like, I mean, it's not perfect, but is really good. And the rest were 3 for 19. 15.8%. We shot 27% from 3 as a team, and none of that blame goes to Donovan Mitchell. Literally, everyone else can get the blame. Anyone and everyone. Even if they didn't shoot a 3, you can blame them. I don't care. Because that's just not good enough. Like, not even 16% from 3. 3 for 19. Ugh. And, I mean, Darius Garland found a way to score 21 points, but I'm going to put this more on him than anyone else. If anything, I should be saying right now, like, Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell shot so-and-so from 3 for 39, 40%, and everyone else sucked. But Darius Garland sucked from 3 in this game, too. I would have even taken 2 for 5 from him. I don't even know what to say about that. I mean, we got his future coming in tomorrow, and Damian Lillard. At least I'm hoping that's somewhat of what he becomes. I've said it before. I think Darius Garland still has the potential to one day be the best point guard in the league. He reminds me of like a Damian Lillard, Chris Paul hybrid in terms of the fact that he's a floor general who knows how to run the offense. He runs the offense better than Damian Lillard ever could, and he has the potential to be a better shooter than Chris Paul could ever dream of being, but he needs to step up there. Specifically in fourth quarters, other than the Timberwolves game, he's not looked like he did last year, and he was electric in the fourth quarter last year. He used to put us on his back in those situations, but I feel like he's taken a step back, and he feels like he doesn't want to step on anyone's toes because now it's Don that we're leaning on in those situations, and I don't think it should be like that. And like, we should be leaning on Donovan Mitchell, of course, considering his experience and his ability in those situations. But Darius Garland has that ability too. I feel like he needs a little bit more confidence. Maybe JB needs to talk to him about it. I don't know. That's just me. And from the free throw line, we're 83.3%, 20 for 24, which is a big improvement over the 52% or whatever we shot against the Nuggets a few nights ago when we missed 14 free throws and lost by 13. Speaking of which, the Heat, I know this is completely irrelevant to the Cavs, but the Heat went 40 for 40 from the free throw line not that long ago, which is the record for most free throws made in an NBA game without a miss, which is absolutely crazy. And, I mean, oh yeah, something else. We were 22 20 for 24 from the free throw line. I don't remember how many the Jazz made, but they had 37 free throw attempts. So if you want to blame the refs, there's another way you can blame the refs if you want. I think that's it. So until next time. Well, I gotta pull this up first before I say that. Dedoy. Looking forward to Ricky Rubio coming back and playing tomorrow against the Blazers. That should be a fun one. I believe it's at their place, so hopefully we can get one from them because they have two dynamic guards in Damian Lillard and Anthony Simons. Jeremy Grant's been great for them. Yusuf Nurkic has been a force, so hopefully we have Jared Allen back for that game. And until next time, keep scrapping like a bunch of junkyard dogs.